Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone? I am back again today with a revised revision of a video that I did yesterday, but I didn't. I had to take it down based on some new wisdom that God gave me last night. But I really don't know what's going on. I don't know nothing. And the more I walk with God, the more I see um, that's the way He wants it, even in life. Even in life, just trust me. I got you. Just trust me. Do what I ask you to do, and it is well. So I'm back again. Don't know none of the particulars. Don't know none of the subject matter. Don't know nothing. I'm just having to allow God to. I don't know. I ain't got no glasses on. Allow God to use me for His glory. And it's always been that way with me. But when you walk with God, you know, the longer you walk with Him, the greater, in your awareness and understanding and growth, you learn things. And so I'm just learning once again. When you're made in the image and likeness of God and you take that on, you literally take that consciousness on, you take that spirit on, you take the understanding on. It's not in it's not prideful, it's not haughty, because if anybody knows, walking with God is not a cakewalk, but it's the most beautiful journey you can have. It reminds me of childbirth and how it can be so painful, but it's such joy after the pain, and then you forget about the pain. And so with God, it can be something similar. Where I am now, I'm just giving it raw. I'm just really giving it raw and showing up and sharing what God asked me to share. It might not be long. It might not, I might not be dressed, or it's just a whole bunch of things that I'm just coming up raw. I'm just coming up in the way God asked me to. I'm showing up. I'm standing in faith. I don't I don't feel like I have a lot to share. Let me see. I have a lot to share, but don't know if I should be sharing. And when I say that, it's like, because I've done this so many times and for so many years and in so many different spaces, and it hasn't, well, I can't say that because people have received well from that which God have shared through me. And I guess it's probably what I thought it would be. It's not what I thought it would be. I had dreams and visions for my life that, God has took a turn and went this way and went that way and this way and just all over the place. So I kind of settled myself with that. It's okay. Whatever God wants to do, it doesn't do. It's okay. I still have a full life. I still have a beautiful life. And it's all to His glory. It has been nothing. I'm trying to find, I just don't feel like getting my tripod. I'm going to have to get it though. It's nothing that I could say is wrong, bad, sad, ugly, none of that. It's just the picture that I drew for my life. It's not the life that I'm living. But then that's what you do when you walk with God. You give up your will and you take His on, and that's exactly what I have done. I can't do. I'm gonna have next video. I'm gonna have tripod, and that's exactly what I have done. And so, with that, you make adjustments. You give up your ways for God ways. When I surrendered years ago to walk this way with God, in that space, it came a surrendered heart. And sometimes we don't really understand the fullness or the depth of what that means. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. Well, that heart has to be a heart of God. He will give you desires of your heart. And I think sometimes, I'll say me in the past, I thought, oh, he going to give me the desires of my heart, then, whatever I want, God's going to give me. And for a long time, that entangled me. That had me going in circles. They had me doing all kind of stuff, affirmations and writing stuff down and all the things that the world said, when in all actuality, I have found that in order for God to give me the desires of my heart has to be aligned with his will. If my heart is not aligned with his will, how does that benefit the kingdom? How does God get the glory? How will I be changed from the inside out? Yeah. And so I thank God for my heart. I thank God for the searching of my heart and the renewing of my mind. It's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful walk. It's a beautiful peace. It's a beautiful confidence. Just like on this video, I'm showing up as my authentic self. I ain't got on no makeup. I used to wouldn't get on social media without makeup and lipstick and earrings, and I still like that. But at the same time, what was that? I don't say it was anything bad, but was I doing it for the glory of God, or was I doing it because I wanted to look good on social media? Probably because I wanted to look good on social media. I probably was not feeling the best about my dark circles or my short hair, or all of the outer accoutrements, when God is saying, but I want a heart. I want your heart. You're beautiful to me, but I want somebody to see your heart, see the love, see the peace, see the confidence, see the surrendered heart and the renewed mind. That's how God gets his glory. And there will be times when, like last weekend, when I can go out and put my clothes on and feel good about myself. And this don't have to be for everybody. I'm not saying this is for everybody. Because, baby, I love getting up, putting on clothes and putting on my perfume and doing my hair and all of that. But for where God is right now in this season right now, this is how I'm going to show up. There might be days I come on here and, yeah, I might have makeup on and everything, but I want my heart to go first. I want to sow into the kingdom from my heart space, from a surrendered heart, meaning not my will but thy will be done, from a space of whatever you ask, Lord, I trust you, from a space of I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what you're doing, but I've built such a relationship with you to know that it is well. Not that it'll be perfect, and not that I won't have some days where it seems like, dang, this is tough. Or, how did I get here? Or, what is that going to look like? But when you trust God and you love God and you know enough about his will and his way, it's always for your good. It's always for your good. I was talking to somebody the other day and they were saying they don't have steps in their home because their body couldn't take it. But God put me someplace with steps and I was like, dang it. But then I come to embrace it because my heart can take it and God wants to continue to strengthen my heart in the physical. But when you just look at it in the natural, it just looks like every day I gotta go up and down steps. But God's saying, but every day your heart is strengthened. So you don't have to be out of breath. You don't have to struggle. And so with my surrendered heart, God has shown me how to embrace others on their journey with more compassion, more understanding, more grace, empathy. Because it takes a minute to get here. And so I went through all of my other stuff and all of life that, God said, I lived a life. Nothing bad, nothing outrageous. And even if it was, God doesn't judge us like we judge ourselves or other people will judge us. He said, I will give you beauty for your ashes. And that's where I am, beauty for my ashes. And then it allows me to, see people different. When you want to look at somebody and be like, how could they do that? Easy, because that's where they are unconscious, because you've been there. People were looking at you saying, how could she do that? She's so and so and so and so. I'm glad I gave my heart to the Lord. I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful of the places and things that He's taught me and things that He has shown me and allowed me to experience, and the correction. I thank God every day for correction. I've had a thought and then God come back and say, that wasn't of me. That was you. It's like, dang it. So I'm always reminded to be mindful of my thoughts. How do you know when it is from God and when it is from you? When it's from me, it's got a little stench on it. It's got a little ugliness to it. It's got a little judgment on it. And when it's from God, it's for the strengthening and for the edification of God in that person, the empathy to know that that's where they are today, but they may not be in that same place 5 years from now, 2 weeks from now. So that's where your grace comes in. That's where you see God's mercy. But I can only have that with my surrendered heart, with God going in there and cleaning and pulling up the weeds and, going around my heart and showing me that wasn't really good, and you probably need to change that and see it how I see it. So it's I wouldn't want to live no other way except for to walk this out with God. And I know and notice that everybody's path will be different and their timeline will be different. We want to put people on a timeline and say, you should be doing this by now. No, they shouldn't. I didn't understand what it meant when they said, you're right where you're supposed to be. Yeah, because that's God's timeline, not my timeline. You just go through all kind of things, and I don't say all kind of things like in a bad way. you just really come up higher in consciousness when you walk with God. It's such a beautiful life. We want it for everybody, but not everybody wants it, and that's okay. God is cool with that. You know, God is cool with that. Everybody came here for a purpose. Everybody got a end, send date and an end date, and that's a good thing. You know, my prayer life is easier um, because I have confidence in God that when I pray, I'm praying according to His will. I don't want it the way that I want it. I want it the way God says it can be and will be. And so for that, that gives me peace. Um, it's so much to this journey. But I like that God doesn't rush me. He doesn't force me. He it just kind of holds my hand like a father. And I cling to Him like a father because He is my father. He is my source. He is my Savior. He is Lord over my life. And I'm so glad to be in that space mentally and spiritually. I don't want to be Lord over my life. When I did that, I crashed and burned so many times and fell and bumped my head to the white meat and bust my head to the white meat, eye dangling out. You know, so I don't want to be Lord over my life no more. And it's not because of my age or maturity. It's just easier when you walk with God. It's easier in the sense that God is omniscient, omnipresent, you know, so all knowing, everywhere, omnipotent, all power. So who wouldn't want to be led by that? And it's a process in the faith walk. It's a process. And sometimes you start off doing it afraid and you start off trembling. I had a question posed to me, and my response was, yeah, my 40-year-old self would have responded probably in the same way that they did. But my 66-year-old self, I would respond differently. But that doesn't make them wrong and me right. It's just where you are at 44 without God's wisdom and discernment and renewed mind. We respond differently. We show up differently. So I have the opportunity now at this stage in my life to show up with more of my faith and more of a greater spiritual understanding. And I have to be mindful of that when I share with people, when I talk with people, where they are now. I will be sharing pearls of wisdom, but I don't want to judge because I've been there. I've been in those spaces. I've been in that consciousness. I've been in that mindset where I thought I was on and popping, and I was. But I got a lot of consequences from that space too. But that's all part of the journey. And that's all part of God saying, I got you, I ain't judging you. You did what you thought was right at the time, or you did what you wanted to do. So I don't know what these weeks and videos will be about. I don't know. I don't know nothing. And I've been on this journey with God long enough to know that when you don't know nothing, that's when God comes in and just does whatever He wants to do. I don't have an agenda. I don't have a plan. I don't have a 7 steps to nothing. I don't have a series. I don't have a PDF. I don't have nothing but His Word. So it's a good thing, you know. I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm appreciative. I have a really good life. Um, so let's just see if there's anything you want to ask or anything you want to talk about. Or I don't even know if somebody's going to see these videos. It don't matter. I'm just being obedient. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the views no more. It ain't about pushing it out to the masses, putting it on 7 platforms. It just ain't that for me now. And not to say that it's any kind of way or bad for anybody else. It's just how it is for me. So, step by step by step, he will reveal what it is he desires. I'm so thankful to be able to hear his voice. I'm so thankful to be able to discern, have a spirit of discernment. I'm so thankful that when God tell me not to say nothing, I don't say nothing. Like I can be quickened, and I can hear, and I move accordingly. But that comes with spending time with God. That comes with building that relationship. That comes with hearing His word. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. And that's a good thing because we always think we got to know. We want to know before we go. Yeah, I've been there, done that too. And I even wanted it in this space. You want me to go back and do them videos? What I'm going to say? What I'm going to do? What it's going to be like? Yeah. And I'll tussle with God for about a month or 6 weeks. And then God was not telling me nothing but do it. Just do it. You know, that's all I need you to do is just do it. So here we are, and here I am. I thank you for listening. I know I'll be back again. I don't know no topics or nothing but God. Okay? So know that I love you and I appreciate you, and I thank you for listening. Okay. Talk to you soon.